Assalamualaikum guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel Biology Articles and MCQs. In the previous topic we have studied about the structure of nephron and the structure of kidney. Now we are going through the function of nephron, or simply you can say the function of kidney. You all know that the function of kidney is main the filtration of blood and along with the production of urine. But in this video we will discuss that how the filtration of blood will take place and how it will result in the formation of urine. So let's start with the structure of nephron. The main parts of the nephron are Bowman's capsule and a loop of Henle, and the third one is collecting duct, as you all know, and we have studied it in the previous video. Now there is the main these three main parts along with the group of capillaries or network of capillaries that are present around the nephron will help in the filtration of blood and thus help in the production of urine. First of all, you all know that glomerulus is a group of capillaries or network of capillaries that is present at this portion. Means it is present around the inside the Bowman's capsule. The glomerulus has blood, and the speciality of the glomerulus is that the glomerulus walls, means the walls of the glomerular capillaries, is porous. Means when the blood pressure will be high, then the blood will filter from the glomerulus and then pass into the Bowman's capsule. How it will be filtered? Means the molecules of the high molecular weight will not filter because the glomerulus walls pores are not of is very large size. These pores are of very small size, so the small molecular weight substances will move into the Bowman's capsule, and these small molecular weight substances can include glucose, water and amino acids, etc. But you know that we need these substances like glucose, water and amino acid in our blood and in our body. So it is as it is filtered in this portion in the Bowman's capsule, and then it will be next reabsorbed in the next section, which we will see in the next section of the nephron. Here the substances that are filtered here will be collectively called glomerular filtrate. Means the substances or the molecules that are present here in the portion of Bowman's capsule will be called glomerular filtrate because it is filtered from the glomerular capillaries. The blood is specifically filtered only in this portion. So you can say that that the filtration will specifically occurs in the that portion of the nephron, means Bowman's capsule, and the filtration will not occur in any other portion of the nephron. Here is a glomerular filtrate. Now this glomerular filtrate will pass through the proximal convoluted tubule. The proximal convoluted tubule will now help in the reabsorption of that substances that is useful in our body. Means that have come into the glomerular capsule, but we need them, like the substances glucose, water and amino acids. So this portion of proximal convoluted tubule will reabsorb and again send it into the capillaries that is surrounding the proximal convoluted tubule. As it will go into the capillaries, then it is understood that it will mix in the blood, and then again we can use all that useful substances. Passing from the proximal convoluted tubule, the filtrate will then move into the descending loop of Henle. Now you have to remember that this filtrate is not have any glucose or amino acid, but still have some amount of water in it and some amount of salt. Our kidney or our nephron will then reabsorb some amount of water in the distal tubule of distal loop of Henle. Means in this portion the water will be reabsorbed by the group of or network of capillaries that is present around this portion. You have to remember that only the portion the descending loop of Henle will reabsorb only water, not any other salt. Means now the filtrate passing through this loop of Henle and moving into the ascending loop of Henle, the portion of ascending loop of Henle do not contain water. The high amount of water which our body needs is reabsorbed in the descending loop of Henle. Now the filtrate contains here only salts. But you know that we also need salts for main and very important functions of our body. So it has to be reabsorbed here also. So the ascending loop of Henle will help in the reabsorption of the salts, and after reabsorption of the salts will mix up into the blood, because there are always here a network of capillaries. The salt will reabsorb into the capillaries, network of capillaries, and will help in the production of many useful mechanisms for which we need these salts. These salts are mainly sodium, calcium, magnesium and potassium that are reabsorbing in the ascending loop of Henle. From the ascending loop of Henle, now the filtrate is moving toward the distal convoluted tubule. In the distal convoluted tubule, this main tubule has a property that it will reabsorb now salts again. Means if any salt is remaining, any amount of salt is remaining that is not reabsorbed in the ascending loop of Henle, it will be reabsorbed in the distal convoluted tubule, and these salts can be calcium and sodium and potassium, magnesium, etc. Now here is all of the amount of salt and water and important substances like glucose, amino acids is reabsorbed and mix up in our blood. Means now the portion of filtrate that is moving toward the collecting duct only contain eliminating substances or waste substances which our body does not need. But the main point that is concerned with the distal convoluted tubule is that the capillaries that are present near the distal convoluted tubule will send some ions into the distal convoluted tubule that our body does not need, and these ions can be hydrogen ion and potassium ion. And the reason of the secretion of hydrogen or potassium ions by our blood into the distal convoluted tubule is that that our body needs to balance the pH value and the pH value of the filtrate that is passing through the tubule. So when it will secrete hydrogen ion into the filtrate that is passing into the now collecting duct, it is now balanced pH. It has now balanced pH. Now the collecting the tubule that is the filtrate that is passing into the collecting duct contains only waste substances, and the main waste substance that is present in the body of human being is urea, and this urea will be eliminated in the from our body. Now you see that from the starting point the filtrate contains glucose, amino acids, water and some salts and urea, But at the different points of the nephron, the different parts, the different important materials are reabsorbed into the blood, and now the last eliminating substance is urea, and this urea is a main component of urine. In this way, this total nephron help in the filtration of blood, means the blood is now filtered, is cleaned, and is cleaned from urea, and here is the last production of urine. I hope you understand all the process regarding the filtration of blood and production of urine, or the main function of kidney. So if you like this video, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe this channel to get daily updates.